Hello everyone, welcome to another match of the World Team Carcassonne Online Team Championship. And for today we have Russia against Ukraine. Russia though, last week's match against Mexico, they lost by 2-3, so they desperately needs a win today. But Ukraine, on the other hand, could manage an easy win against the USA last week with 4-1. And yeah, the Ukrainian players are definitely very strong. So gonna be a really tough match today. And yeah, let's check the lineup very quick. For Russia, we have someone you know, World Champion 2016 and Russian Champion 2019. Then we have 71st, who was the Russian Champion 2018. Then we have Mutsahello. Not really, or maybe, no, he was the Russian Champion in... Oh no, he actually wasn't. But he had one of the highest elos so far in at the boardgame arena. He could manage to get an 800 elo score in 2017. So that's very strong. Then we have Costa at position 4 and Yura, who was second place at the Russian Championship in 2016 and third place in 2019. On the other hand, Ukraine, I don't really have that much information, to be honest, and as far as I know, those guys are not very competitive players, but they're playing a lot at the board game arena. And I can tell you from my own experience, I've played against all of them, I believe. And yeah, you shouldn't underestimate Ukraine right here. And yeah, to be fair, gonna be a really close match. And I do believe actually that Ukraine could win this. But yeah, could go either way. And let's jump right into the board game arena right here. A little bit time. You can also vote at carcassonne.cat for your favorite team, I believe. So yeah, I have already the tabs open for the Ukrainian guys. And what match should we spectate? Let me actually show you again. So I wouldn't go for the first one because we already watched a game by someone you know last week. The other 4 games are... I mean, every match should be a great match, to be honest. But maybe we can go for 71st against Saharik. Did I actually mention the lineup for Ukraine? We have Lawyer, Saharik, Van Alexen, Samuelson and Jubic. I guess I forgot that. So yeah, I would cast the second match. And yeah, just in case you guys want another match to be casted, just let me know in the comments. Yeah, very good games for today, matches. Later on, we also have Catalonia against Brazil at 3 p.m. European time. And the last match of the week, and probably the most interesting one, would be the top match of Group B, Poland against Germany. And this match will start at 6 p.m. European time. So yeah, gonna cast all 3 of the games. So let's actually see. Here we go. Then we have Saharic versus 71st. Okay, let's jump into this game right here. Privet in the chat. Dobry den. Okay, so Saharic right with the monastery with the road. Always kind of interesting if you want to place it or connect it already to the road, which is actually, well, logic, just in case your opponent hits the or gets a city tile, so you will have an additional point right there. But on the other hand, of course, if your opponent will draw a road piece, he will also, yeah, have a good start by owning the road. And that's already, well, not the greatest of cities for Saharic right here. 71st draws the big city tile. Oh, sorry. I forgot to, yeah, that's, forgot to close the lineup. Sorry for that. And Yura just writes me he can't invite Yubic because Yubic blocked him. Yeah, what can I do now? Maybe, David, you can write Yubic that he should unblock Yura. So yeah, let's see what happens here on the board. So far, Saharic could actually, well, manage to continue his city very well. But now the attack by 71st tries to connect to also grab the points. And yeah, connecting or placing the monastery with the road right here. Yeah, it's a good spot, though here that would have been a bit of a better spot, just to have your 2 monasteries at one place, and yeah, if you place a tile you get double the points. But maybe just in case, if 71st draws the starting tile, he could still connect a second time. So maybe that's why he placed it right here. So, interesting situation right here. 71st can finish his road by drawing the little city with the crossroad. And yeah, he had 2 options. Maybe place the city tile to the top, trying to block Saharic and yeah, the monastery maybe. But he decides to place it into the city, trying to overtake it. Yeah, now Saharic with the option to connect or maybe to block it right here. So right now I would just go and block it. I mean, he would block his monastery as well, but 8 points versus 1 point for 71st, so and he actually is not going for the block. Okay. Now we will see if that was a mistake or not. I would definitely have gone for the block. Okay, but that's a really good tile for Saharic there. The splitting tiles, little cities, managed to close his city and has the connection again for the big city. And I mean, 2 tiles from this splitting piece are still in the game. So if he draws another one, he can maybe cut off 71st right here and overtake the city. And yeah, so far Saharic actually really good with the tiles that he draws. Can score a lot of small points. Meanwhile, 71st has a bit of catching up to do, though he owns the field right now. So yeah, good possibility actually for a large field and a lot of cities. Okay, now taking the road, enlarging the field as well. But yeah, also adds some options for Saharic to join the field as well. And Saharic now actually tries to block 71st there. To be honest, this would be one option, but I would have actually placed the road right here. I mean, I would add the point for 71st, of course, but you may have the better option to block right here, or at least make it harder for the Russian to close the road, because right now, he just draws the triangle road right here, and now he only needs a curved road. Still 3 in the game, so that's kinda easy for him to close it right now. And if Saharic would have placed it, the curve that way, he would have at least had some trouble closing the road. So by now, Saharic should definitely get a meeple on the field. A meeple on the field. That's great. I mean, he has several options right here. He could join the field from this city or from this city. I mean, right now we don't really need the field, but yeah, just in case Russia is catching up, you definitely want to be safe. Okay, Russia now closing the big city. Tied points for both of the players. And not sure why he didn't add a field meeple right here maybe, or here, I don't know. Because that's also a very good spot for Ukraine right now to add a meeple on the field. Like he does now, and then Russia would have also the option to add his second meeple on the field. So yeah, halfway through the match, Ukraine has a good lead. And yeah, Russia now opting for some options to get a second meeple on the field. Is lucky that Ukraine not drawing any tile that could or with which he could attack Russia. And so here we go, little city piece added, also the meeple on the field, so that's very good for Russia right here. But yeah, so far 1, 2, 3, 4 cities, maybe 5. So right now it's not enough, I believe. So yeah, that's a good choice by Russia there, closing the city, adding 3 additional points to the field, also adding a field meeple right here, just in case, to have another option to add a meeple to the big field, or if Ukraine maybe decides to add a meeple on this field right here to connect, so he would have still the connection right here. And yeah, Russia now drawing actually very well. Can close the cities, can add new little cities to his field, so yeah, might be a turning point in the game. Ukraine still leading, but yeah, the field is getting bigger and bigger. So maybe still the chance for Russia to win the game. But of course, Russia 1 meeple, maybe 2 meeple now, while Ukraine has still 4 meeples. So I'm actually not sure if that meeple right here is actually a good idea. If you have the majority of the meeples, I would actually, at least in this situation right now, where Ukraine is leading by 20 points, I would actually not go for the field right now. Maybe just trying to get some little points, and then in the end I would save my meeples, and then I would with the last 10 tiles just try to max out my score as much as possible. Maybe drawing some monasteries. I mean, there are still 4 in the game, if I'm not mistaken. So every monastery without road should be still in the game. So I believe Ukraine not really in need of the field, as long as he managed to draw good tiles in the end, which give him big points. Okay, interesting move actually right here. Not adding the triangle to his city right here, but I'm trying to make sure that he will still be able to connect his meeple right here. So by placing this tile, Russia tries to make sure that these 2 spots right here are good for road pieces, so that he will have or an easier way to connect his meeple on the field right here. Because now, if Saharik would have placed the triangle right here with the open city into the road, this meeple would have been blocked by now. So that was a good move. And Russia also, again with the little city, will get back his meeple for additional points to the scoreboard. So looked very promising for Ukraine, but Russia are drawing very, very well. And there might be a bit of a trouble with my internet connection today. I'm not sure what's going on. So if you experience some lag or anything, just let me know in the comments. So okay, if I'm not mistaken, Ukraine and Russia should be tied on the field right now. Two meeples on the field, on the big field, one meeple each on the little field. Okay, Saric now trying to connect from this field right here, and that's a good strategy actually, because there should still be in another monastery which would fit here. Then the little city tile should be still in, which fit here, and disconnecting or splitting tile is also still in the game. And ooh, that's mean. So lucky draw by Russia right here, but also this meeple should be blocked for Russia. No curved road left, no monastery with road left in the game. So I'm actually maybe placing this field meeple right here would have been better if he tried to connect it here, because there's no attack point for Ukraine and the connection to the big field would be kinda easy. Or at least he would have had the option to overtake the little field. But yeah, that was easy blockable. Or maybe he just should have added the big city piece right here, getting his meeple back, and yeah, maybe drawing or scoring some points somewhere else. So, Mr. Ubich, what's the plan? So yeah, second attempt by Ukraine right here. Still this piece left in the game, and he actually draws it. So good for him. Maybe Russia now again with the attack on the field. But yeah, Ukraine was very unlucky with this field meeple right here, or Russia was lucky enough to draw the only tile that would fit right here and can block Ukraine. Okay, Russia now with the second attempt. And what is still left? The monastery is still in the game. The triangle without road. Yeah, Saharik has one right now, but there should still be in another one. Yeah, so 2 more options for Russia. I mean, he can connect here, he can connect here then. Definitely wants to add his meeple to the big field right here. Okay, Saric trying to block this option right here. So what's Russia's plan right now? I mean, 3 tiles still in the game. Saric has 1 tile on his hand and 2 other tiles left. So one is the monastery, one is the triangle without road. What's the other one? What is the other one? Let me count. Guess roads are already out. Oh, okay. So the big city tile with road is still in. And this should actually be the win by Saharic, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if wondering why Russia didn't place the big city tile right here. Open city face down. So he would have been able to connect. And yeah, so first win to Ukraine right here. Not sure about that last move by Russia. I mean, I guess he threw away the win right there. Okay, let's see. We have someone you know winning his first match against Lawyer. Then we have Mutsachalo winning his first one against Van Alexen. Then we have Costa winning against Samuelson. And what's going on here? These guys haven't finished yet. Let me quickly check what's going on here. Okay, so Jubich leading right now. But yeah, we're gonna check that later. We're going into the second game. Right here. So yeah, right now Russia leading by 3-1, I believe. One game not finished yet. So yeah, looks definitely better than last week against Mexico for Russia right now. Okay, so we see Saharic with the first 4 points, the little city right here. But now Russia, kinda good situation right here. Having a city right here, having a monastery right here, and the road. So Russia can close the city, already adds a tile on the field right here. So probably going to be a field battle again. I mean, this looks quite promising right here. And Russia again with the early meeple on the field. And Ukraine right now going for an early meeple on the field as well. Definitely wants to do that. And Saharic now, well, sort of an attack right here. Not sure if you want to use a triangle to attack the monastery right here, because on one hand you will add an additional point for the monastery, and the second reason is if Russia draws any other maybe triangle or little city piece, for example this one right here, he would close his monastery immediately and having the option to close a little city right after. So and the plan actually by Ukraine was to guide Russia's road right into the open city right here, so both meeple would have been blocked. It didn't pay off. Russia with the monastery with road, able to add another meeple on the field, enlarging the field. So looks very promising for Russia right now. And you can definitely tell that 71st Russia is well known to be a field player, I would say. I've played a lot of times against him, and he always tries to build big fields. And that's actually the point of, well, playing fields. You're gonna, let's say, waste your meeples very early in the game, and then you have to make sure that you are able to build a really big field so that your sacrifice in the beginning is worth it in the end. You often see beginners also wasting a lot of meeples in the beginning by taking the fields, but then they are not really taking care of their field, and you can easily block the fields then. So if you're trying to play the fields, make sure you try to enlarge your field with curve turns or the monastery wood road right here. And on the other hand, if your opponent is a field player, make sure to block the field with, for example, this piece right here, or with straight roads or crossroads, trying as many obstacles as possible so we can't play or add easy little cities. Let me actually quickly check. Okay, not finished yet. Oops. So again, Ukraine leading by a bit, but looks very good so far for Russia right here. And Ukraine needs the starting tile right here. Should be in the game still once, I believe. And by connecting to the field right here, Ukraine definitely wants to try to block off this connection to the big field. So would be great if Ukraine, or would be great for Ukraine if he is able to at least tie this little field right here. And there are also still 3 of this little city pieces in the game, which will fit at this spot right here. So also high chances for Russia to score another 6 points for the city, 3 points for the field, and closing his monastery. And Tadic now can close his little city. Also making an attacking point for the city of Russia. And Russia knows that. Placing a straight road right here to also have the attack. But he draws the missing tile anyway, so yeah. A bit unfortunate for Ukraine right here, but Ukraine on the other hand drawed 2 of the 3 little city tiles for this spot right here. And that's also a smart move right here. Let me actually explain why this move right here is actually really good. One hand, you can of course add another city to your field, just in case you are able to connect both fields. On the other hand, there are still 2 options for Ukraine to get on the little field right here, just in case he manages the block right here, so that this field is still tied. Ukraine could get from this field, here's the connection still possible, and also from this tile, maybe with a curve connection, here would a connection still be possible as well. And by placing the tile right here, he kinda at least blocks this one and makes it hard for Ukraine to go on the field right here, which is blocked now as well, and also adds the possibility to build new cities right here and maybe still have the connection afterwards. So that move was kind of smart. Important for Ukraine to tie the right middle, only 3 more points. What do you mean by this field is already tied? Like, he was on this little field, which was worth 3 points, and now he's on the field that is worth 15 points, or before 12 points. So 9 additional points for him. So he definitely wanted or wants to tie this field right here and then trying to cut off the connection right here. And talking about this move right here, the former move by Ukraine, adding the straight road right here. I'm not sure what he's trying to do, blocking the city, or maybe connecting or trying to get a second meeple on the field, on the city, because there are 2 of these tiles still in the game. And I'm not quite sure why Saharic would waste a meeple for this little road right here. And I'm also not sure why he wouldn't maybe connect the cities and add a meeple to the field. But yeah, looking kinda good for Russia right now, because 3 more curve roads are still in the game. So high chances for a connection right here. But now, I mean, that's a good move right here, but yeah, Saharic now with the big city tile definitely wants to add it to Russia's city. And now Russia is out of meeples. And Saharic draws the third and missing little city right here. So that's a bit unfortunate for Russia. So in the end, his blocking actually paid off, which was, at least for me, not the greatest move. But yeah, if you're lucky with the tiles, it's kinda hit and hope. But even Russia's out of meeples should still be Russia's win, to be honest. Still has his monastery right here. And yeah, the connection should be possible as well. Still 3 curved roads left in the game. And yeah, this field with 18 points should grant him the win. That's actually... Oh, Saharic now with the last connection tile. Not using it to close the city, but eventually adding more cities or city pieces to his city right here. And actually draws the connection as well, so that's really good for him. Okay, Russia now with the connection. But yeah, what can Saharic do now? Not really that much, to be honest. When he has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20. So yeah, this won't be enough. Yeah, Saric tried to, well, at least prepare the long road so that he can take it maybe with his last tile, but yeah, Russia with the crossroad right here, blocking that option. Also trying to add another little city to his field. So yeah, that's should still be the win for Russia right here. Saric can score another 3 points maybe right here, taking this little city right here. Definitely doesn't want to take the curve right here, because then you would add another 3 points for Russia's field. Yeah, but Russia wants to connect the field not for his own points, but for taking away Ukraine's points right here. I mean, this would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 points for both players, and yeah. Okay, so Russia with the win right here. This means 1-1. Yeah, we can check the overall score actually. So Ljubic won that game, which means 3-2 in sub matches for Russia. And let me actually check this one out right here. So someone you know wins 2-0 against Loria. That means 1 point or 1 overall point for Russia right here. Then we have our deciding match coming up here. So Van Alexen against... Okay, so Russia, Muzzachello wins 2-1 for against Van Alexen. That's a 2-0 overall. And we have Samuelsson against Costa, still in the second match. Let's actually take a quick look right here. Okay, so this looks like that's could be the win for Ukraine right here. Not sure. This is going to be open. So yeah, but now 2 overall points for Russia already. Okay, those guys are still in the game. So let's check out the deciding match right here. So Russia by now leading overall by 2-0. And yeah, let's see the final game between Saharic and 71st. So this time, yeah, not looking to be a field fight again. Saric now with the big city field. Okay, it's a tier. Smart choice. Trying to, well, add another problem to Russia right here. Has either connect the cities or, yeah, hoping for the splitting piece. Also trying to have an attack to Russia's monastery right here. So Russia with the connection, though I don't believe he will be able to finish this city, or I guess he won't even try to finish it. Though he actually saves it. So let's see, maybe it's possible. But yeah, so far Saarik definitely tried every time to, well, attack or block Russia. So I can imagine he won't let that happen, to be this city to be closed. That share, to be honest. 100 years old. Okay, so yeah, Russia adding the crossroad with a little city. Well, opting to get the crossroad without city right here for scoring some points. But yeah, he also added the option for Saharic to join the city. And Russia is actually still going to add yeah, city tiles to the big city. I wouldn't do it, to be honest. Like, I would just, I don't know, with the little city tiles I would just try to score points somehow. I mean, he's 10 points behind, and yeah, the chances of Saric connecting to the city are kinda high. And even if Russia draws the splitting tile so that he can cut off Ukraine right here, it's still unlikely that he will finish the city. Okay, so Hardage now actually with the attack. I mean, he has 4 meeples left, so he can just go for it. Though it's an, well, risky move. Yeah, so far we often see Ukraine having a lot of meeples, while Russia is going out of meeples kinda early. And now Saharic with the splitting tile. Now I'm curious what he is doing. I mean, he could place it here, closing his city, maybe adding the meeple on the field. But he would also give Russia the chance to close this city. Actually goes for just 4 points right here. Other option maybe would have been placing it here, adding the meeple on the second city right here, and maybe trying to overtake this big city right here. And Ukraine is also not attacking Russia's monasteries right here, so yeah, Russia has kind of easy time to close the monasteries. And if you see your opponent being, well, kind of out of meeples, you would definitely try to set him under pressure and open a lot points or places where you can attack, or I don't know, just adding a bit more problems to your opponent so that he can't really finish his buildings or monasteries or cities or roads or whatever. Okay, so Saharic taking the long road, also drawing the little city with the left turn, which suits perfectly. Okay, going for the connection right now. Could have also gone for, I don't know, maybe adding the triangle with the road right here, trying to save his little city, or maybe adding it here, closing the road, having an additional spot maybe to connect these cities. Okay, so Hadic now takes a bit of time. Okay. Maybe tries to avoid that Russia can add another meeple to the city, which he could have tried with the triangle with road right now. Though on the other hand, he opens a spot right here for the attack. So I'm not quite sure if that move wasn't necessary. Maybe he should have tried to block the monastery, which he could have done by now. Okay, Sadic with another little city piece. And yeah, closing his city. And Russia now, with the attack trying to block the road right here, adding a meeple to the field just in case Ukraine draws the crossroad. So he will be connected to this city here as well. And yeah, Ukraine using the splitting piece to go for the 4 points right here. And Russia with the 4 points for the road. And also Hadic with a very good tile, to be honest. The monastery with road would actually fit perfectly right here by adding the meeple on the field. Would grant him 12 points. And so he does. And Russia definitely wants to add a meeple on the field there as well. And so far, actually it looks kind of good for Russia again, to be honest. I mean, they're tied in points right now. Tied with the city right here. Russia has the little field right here and the monastery. Ukraine with the road and the bigger field right here. So if Russia is able to get a meeple on the big field right here, would be really good for him. Let me quickly look what happened here. Samuel Elson won. So this means they should be in the deciding match as well. And what happened here? Yura won, so those guys are in the deciding match as well. So yeah, once again, 2-0 for Russia right now. But the other 3 matches are in the deciding sub-match, so could still end up as a win for Ukraine if they manage to win the remaining matches. So yeah, the pressure should be really high right now. Okay, so the crossroad for Russia there. Also adding the meeple on the field. Not sure if it was okay, maybe wants to try to get the connection right here to the bigger field. Yeah, it's being blocked. And I'm not sure why Russia actually placed the monastery right there. Okay, so what are the options now for Russia? I mean, you could place the connecting tile right here, adding another point to his monastery. Okay, goes actually for this option, blocking the, well, connecting spot on the attack spot, just in case Saric yeah, has the idea of overtaking the, or to overtake the big city. Not quite sure if it's still possible actually. But yeah, maybe you want to place the connection tile right here to have yeah, another place where you could try to get on the field. I mean, Saric would have added the straight road right here to block this option, but you definitely want to try it. But yeah, with the crossroad right here, closing the longer road and adding the meeple to the little field right here, it could be a win by, or for Russia right now. But Saric, on the other hand, now with a well-needed tile. Not only that he needs it to, yeah, close the city, adding 4 points to his scoreboard, but also Russia wanted to have that tile to close his monastery. Getting a meeple back, maybe adding a meeple to the road right here. So this piece for Russia would have been the GG probably. And yeah, that's going to be a very close game right here. So let's actually count. Russia is leading by 2 points, by 8 points, 16 points, tied right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24 points. Against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 19 minus 12, 7 points. Okay, so Russia should lead by 7 points right now. Okay, so Saric placing the monastery right here. 4 points to his score, trying to avoid the connection just in case Russia tries to add a meeple to the field right here. And this means Russia leads by 3 points. But the connection now to this city. So Russia again leading by 6 points, I believe, adding 3 additional points to his scoreboard for the field. So yeah, what now? I mean, there's not really an option for Ukraine to score many points right now. There's no way to get on the field right here. I mean, I don't know, I would just add the curved road right here to my monastery. Getting 1 point. And then then Ukraine is behind by 5 points. And then maybe just hope for 2 other good tiles in the end. Oh, I mean, to be honest, it was a decent try. Actually, was just counting the crossroads to see if it's still possible that he would connect right here and overtake the whole field. So that's, I mean, he tried. And he actually draws the second crossroad tile. But yeah. Russia are lucky enough to get the crossroad. And this should be the GG for Russia right here. And also the overall win, actually, because they are now leading by 3-0. The spasibas are written in the chat. Okay, let's see the overall score actually, and then we jump into the remaining matches. So yeah, win by for Russia, and then we're gonna check out Samuelson and Costa. 10 tiles to go. Let's see what's up here. Okay, so Costa leading, obviously. Samuelson with the field, but Costa yeah, trying to get a meeple on the field as well. Though, yeah, Samuelson with the option here as well to connect a second time. And actually has a bunch of meeples right here, so yeah, plenty of options to connect. Again, actually not going for it. I mean, he could have tried right here. Why would you take the road instead of trying to save your field right here? Not quite sure what's the intention behind that move. Okay, so Costa. What could he do? Could actually place the triangle right here, trying to block this option for Samuelson to connect a second time to the big field, also adding an additional city to his little field right here. Not sure again why he's taking so much time. Okay, so yeah, was actually a good decision by him, because this road city tile with road was still in the game. But yeah, he could have maybe added a meeple just in case that someone else draws it and wants to connect. Okay, Costa now could connect the fields, though kind of dangerous situation, as Samuelsson only needs a road piece to connect the third meeple to the field. So I'm still going with my decision that the triangle right here would have been the better option, and yeah, Costa should have just added a meeple to it to be sure that Samuelsson won't connect, or if he connects he will close his city. Then he would have still had one meeple left to connect to the field right here. Okay, so Costa actually not connecting the field. So he might believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, might be able to win the game even without having a tight field. So yeah, Samuelsson should definitely count every tile now. If there are still... Okay. Tries to connect to the city. I mean, if Costa just drawed the last connection, then it should be the win for him. Okay, going for the 3 points. And yeah, I mean, Samuelson had actually two options. Yeah, placing this tile right here, hoping for the connection, or connecting the fields, hoping for the straight road that he can connect his last meeple to the field. And yeah, both options were kind of risky, and it was a 50-50 chance. So this should be the win for Costa, which means 3-2-1 score for Russia overall. Oh, will it actually? Let's oh, actually Samuelson wins. No, he won't. And there's a little field as well. So yeah, I forgot about the little field right here. Oh, that's okay. Small heart attack right there. So yeah, still the win for Costa, making it a 3-2-1 score. And then we jump in right here in the end. Jura versus Ljubic. So what's going on here now? Okay, there are the field is Ljubic. Okay, now they are tied. Okay, road goes to Ljubic as well. And yeah, what's still possible for Jura right here? Oh no, it's actually not a tight field. Jura has a second meeple right here. So the field is Jura's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And his monastery. So yeah, he's behind by 20 points, but he can definitely still win. Wondering if this piece right here is still in the game. Let's find out. I'm so bad in finding tiles. Let's actually just look through the lines. Okay, here's one. And guess I'm blind again, but I only see one tile. Those are the other ones. Okay, so if Ljubic can connect to the field right here, it should be his win. But now Jura taking the little field right here, maybe hoping for a curved road. Let's see how many are still in the game. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 2 curved roads should be still in the game. So has the option definitely to connect right here. And what about this field right here? Is there a connection possible? How many monasteries? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one monastery should be still in the game maybe. Oh, it's so hard to find all the pieces. And this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, those one are out. So yeah, one monastery still in for Ubich to connect. Oh no, actually not. Here's the last one. I missed that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they are already out, so no connection right here. But Jura still with the option to connect his meeple right here. Probably thinking about his options right now. I mean, he could close this road and taking 2 additional points for the little road right here. But maybe he wants to take this city right here. I'm trying to save this spot a bit. And actually opting for this city to, well, save this spot 100%. But I mean, by placing the tile right here, he would also add the option for Ubich to connect the meeple right here. Luckily, he draws the little city tile with the right turn, which he needs to connect himself right here. And okay, Jura going for another meeple just in case. So what can Ubich do right now? Not really a lot of options. Maybe you could use the curved road right here, placing it here, trying to get the connection somehow to the other field, but yeah, that's kinda tough. Oh, actually, no. Well, yeah, he could place the meeple right here. Actually, doesn't need to connect. What am I talking about the whole time? And I actually saw for some unknown reason that those fields can be connected. Whatever, I'm not sure. Maybe should clean my glasses. And will Jura be able to connect the fields. I mean, should be the last option right now. And if I didn't miscount early on, he should have gotten the last curve. And yeah, he gets it. So Jura can connect the fields, can overtake the field, and it's going to be close, to be honest, because Jubic, also with the little fields right here, could maybe enough. 30 points, and let's see, 9 points right there. Oh my god. So yeah, Jura wins it by 3 points, and this would be the overall win for Russia right here, by 4-1, I believe. So yeah, taking a little bit of a break, and we'll be back in a little bit then more than 1 hour with Catalonia against Brazil. Thanks for watching, and see ya later.